Hello everyone, this is part 2 of ICSE Class 10 Chemistry 2019 paper. In this part, we are going to discuss section 2 of chemistry paper. For section 1, you can click on the link given in the end of the video, or you can also click on the link given in the description box. Okay, so let us begin. In this part, in second part, you will have question number 2 to question number 7. Each question will contain 3 subparts in the order of 3 marks, 3 marks and 4 mark question. So let us begin. Section 2, 40 marks, attempt any 4 questions. So you will be having 6 questions, out of which you have to attempt any 4 question. And it will begin from question number 2 and it will end at question number 7. So let us start. Question number 2A. Draw the electron dot structure of nitrogen molecule, sodium chloride molecule and ammonium ion. So first one, nitrogen, it has 5 electrons in the outermost shell. So 2 nitrogen atoms will combine and they will form triple bond. Second one, sodium chloride. Sodium has 1 electron in the outermost shell. Chlorine has 1 less electron to complete its octet. So sodium will give its 1 electron and becomes Na plus, and chlorine will accept that electron and become Cl minus. So this is the answer. You have to draw structure like this, electron dot structure or Lewis structure. Third one is ammonium ion. Ammonium ion, ammonia is NH3, which has 1 lone pair, in which nitrogen has 1 lone pair, and 1 H plus is added to it. It becomes NH4 plus, because H plus has no electrons. That is why its charge is +1. Okay, so it has lost 1 electron. So it will take the 2 electrons, electrons which are lone pair, 1 lone pair of nitrogen. It will take that electron and it will form coordinate covalent bond. Okay, so this lone pair is shared by hydrogen and it forms a coordinate covalent bond with the hydrogen, this hydrogen. Okay, and with other hydrogens it will form covalent bond. So you have to draw this structure. Okay, second question, the pH values of 3 solutions ABC are given in the table. Answer the following. A has pH level 12, B has 2 and C has 7. Which solution will have no effect on litmus solution? No effect means it is neither acidic nor basic. Okay, so pH level 7. Okay, so C, pH level 7 will show no effect on litmus solution. Okay, second one, which solution will liberate carbon dioxide when reacted with sodium carbonate? So it is liberating carbon dioxide, means it should be acidic in nature. So B, which has pH level 2, pH level less than 7 are acidic, pH level more than 7 are basic in nature. Okay, so this is the answer. Third one, which solution will turn red litmus blue, red litmus solution to blue? RBB. Okay, red litmus blue means base. Okay, so it should have pH level 12. So A is the answer. Next question, C part of this question, 4 marks. Okay, study the extract of the periodic table given below and answer the questions. And it is also given that do not repeat the element. Okay, give the alphabet corresponding to the element in the question. Do not repeat the element. First one, which element forms a covalent bond with G? Which element forms covalent bond with G? So it is electronegative, so it will form covalent bond with electropositive positive element. So it will form a covalent bond with B. Okay, so B is the answer. Second one, the ion of which element will migrate towards cathode during electrolysis? If it is migrating towards cathode, cathode is negatively charged, so cation will move towards the cathode. So here cations are only 2, A and B. B we have already used, so we will write A for that. Okay, so A is that cation which will migrate towards cathode. Third one, which non-metallic element has valency of 2? Non-metallic element of valency 2. Okay, so G will have valency 1. F, or they are all inert gases, so 0 valency. G will have valency 1. E will have valency 2. Okay, so E is the correct answer for third one. Fourth one, which is an inert gas? Inert gas is F. So this is the answer for all the 4 questions, 4 marks, 1 mark each. Okay. Next question, question number 3. Name the particles present in electrolyte, strong electrolyte, non-electrolyte and weak electrolyte. So in strong electrolytes, it contains only ions. Okay. Non-electrolyte molecules, and weak electrolytes will contain both molecules and ions. Okay. B part, distinguish between the following pairs of compounds using the reagent given in the bracket. Manganese dioxide and copper 2 oxide. You have to distinguish between manganese dioxide and copper 2 oxide when they react with concentrated hydrochloric acid. So when on adding concentrated hydrochloric acid, if greenish yellow gas is evolved, it is manganese dioxide. If no gas is evolved, it is copper oxide. Okay. Second, ferrous sulfate solution and ferric sulfate solution using sodium hydroxide solution. So when you add sodium hydroxide solution, you have to remember the colors. On adding sodium hydroxide solution, if dirty green precipitate is formed, it is ferrous sulfate. Okay. And if reddish brown precipitate is formed, it is ferric sulfate. Third one, dilute hydrochloric acid and dilute sulfuric acid using lead nitrate solution. So when you add lead nitrate solution to dilute sulfuric acid and hydrochloric acid, on adding lead nitrate solution, if white precipitate is formed which dissolves on heating, it is dilute hydrochloric acid. And if it does not dissolve on heating, if white precipitate formed does not dissolve on heating, it is sulfuric acid. Okay. Now C, choose the method of preparation of the following salt from the method given in the list. So the methods are neutralization, precipitation, direct combination, substitution. So how is lead chloride, iron 2 sulfate, sodium nitrate, iron 3 chloride prepared? So lead chloride is prepared by the method of precipitation. Iron 2 sulfate, or you can say ferrous sulfate, is prepared by substitution. Iron 2 sulfate is ferrous sulfate, correct. Sodium nitrate is prepared by neutralization, and iron 3 chloride or ferric chloride is prepared by direct combination. 4 marks. Okay. Next question. Complete the following equations. Sulfur when reacts with concentrated nitric acid. What happens when sulfur reacts with concentrated nitric acid? You just have to complete the equation. You have to write the reactant. Sulfuric acid, nitrogen dioxide and water are formed. Then balance the equation. Okay. Second, carbon when reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid. So when carbon reacts with concentrated sulfuric acid, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and water are formed. Balance the equations. Third one, copper reacts with dilute nitric acid. So when copper reacts with dilute nitric acid, copper nitrate, then NO and H2O, water, are formed. Then balance the equation. B, write a balanced chemical equation for the preparation of ethene from bromoethane. How will you prepare ethene from bromoethane? So when bromoethane reacts with alcoholic potash or KOH, it forms ethene plus KBr plus H2O. Second, ethyne using calcium carbide. Using calcium carbide, when calcium carbide reacts with water, it forms ethyne and calcium hydroxide. Methane from sodium acetate. How will you prepare methane from sodium acetate? So when sodium acetate reacts with NaOH, sodium hydroxide, it forms methane and sodium carbonate. C, name the following organic compounds. The compound with 3 carbon atoms whose functional group is carboxyl. Carboxyl group means oic acid. Okay, carboxyl group. And 3 carbon atoms means propane. Okay, so propanoic acid. Second, the first homologue whose general formula is CnH2n. CnH2n will be an alkene. Okay, and first homologue is ethene. Double bond between two carbon. Okay. Third one, the compound that reacts with acetic acid to form ethyl ethanoate. So which compound reacts with acetic acid to form ethyl ethanoate? So you might be knowing that when alcohol reacts with carboxylic acid, when a carboxylic acid and an alcohol reacts, it forms an ester. So here ethanoic acid reacts with ethanol to form ethyl ethanoate and water. So what is the answer? Ethanol. Okay, the compound that reacts with acetic acid or ethanoic acid is ethanol to form ethyl ethanoate. Okay. Fourth one, the compound formed by complete chlorination of ethine. So when ethine is completely chlorinated, it forms 1122 tetrachloroethane. Okay. Next question, question number 5. Give the chemical formula of bauxite, cryolite and sodium aluminate. So bauxite is Al2O3.2H2O. Cryolite is Na3Alf6. You have to remember the formula. And sodium aluminate is NaAlO2. Okay. Second part. Answer the following questions based on the extraction of aluminium from alumina by Hall-Herold's process. Okay. Now, what is the function of cryolite used along with alumina as the electrolyte? So cryolite reduces the fusion temperature. You should know what is the function of cryolite. Okay. So cryolite reduces the fusion temperature of the mixture. It increases the mobility of ion and it also increases the conductivity of electrolyte. It acts as solvent for alumina. Second, why is powdered coke sprinkled on top of the electrolyte? So powdered coke protects the graphite rod of the anode from oxidation by oxygen released at anode. So powdered coke prevents the loss of heat from the electrolyte. Third is name the electrode from which aluminium is collected. So it is collected at cathode. Okay. C. Match the alloys given in column 1 to the uses given in column 2. So you have to match these: duralumin, solder, brass, stainless steel. Their uses are given. So duralumin is used in aircraft body, solder, electric fuse, brass, decorative articles, and stainless steel as for surgical instruments. 4-mark question. Now next, question number 6. Identify the substance underlined. The catalyst, first one, the catalyst used to oxidize ammonia. So the catalyst used to oxidize ammonia is platinum. You have to remember the catalyst. The second, the organic compound which when solidified forms an ice-like mass. So that is nothing but acetic acid or ethanoic acid, or you can say CH3COH. Third one, the dilute acid which is an oxidizing agent. So the dilute acid which is an oxidizing agent is nitric acid. Okay. Nitric acid is a good oxidizing agent. 6b, copper sulfate solution reacts with sodium hydroxide solution to form a precipitate of copper hydroxide according to the equation. Equation is given here. What mass of copper hydroxide is precipitated by using 200 gram of sodium hydroxide? Okay. Now, atomic mass of hydrogen, oxygen, sodium, sulfur and copper are given to you. Equation is given to you. You have to find the mass of copper hydroxide, CuOH twice, precipitated by 200 gram of sodium hydroxide. Okay. So, here gram molecular weight of sodium hydroxide is 40. If you calculate NaOH, you will get 40. And copper hydroxide is 98. Now you have two molecules of NaOH. That means mass will be 80. 2 into 40 will be 80. So now 2 into 40, that means 80 gram precipitate 98 grams of copper hydroxide. 80 grams of NaOH precipitates 98 gram of copper hydroxide. So 200 gram will precipitate 200 into 98 divided by 80. So 245 gram is your answer. This is for 2 marks. And 1 mark, what is the color of the precipitate formed? The color of the precipitate is pale blue. Next question. See, 4 mark question, very important question. Find the empirical formula and the molecular formula of the organic compound from the data given below. The data is given below. Percentage of carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen is given. The percentage composition. Vapor density of the compound is also given. So you can calculate the molecular mass by vapor density from this data. Atomic mass of carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen is given to you. Now what you have to do? You have to draw this table having elements carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen. Write in the second column, write the percentage composition of all the elements. Carbon is 75.92%, hydrogen 6.32% and nitrogen is 17.76%. Okay. Now what is the atomic weight? Atomic weight of carbon is 12, hydrogen is 1, nitrogen is 14. Now calculate. Now your main calculation comes here. Calculate the relative number of atoms. Okay, relative number of atoms will be percentage composition divided by atomic weight. So you divide and you will get the percentage composition of carbon is 6.32. Relative number of atoms. Relative number of atoms of carbon will be 6.32. For hydrogen it will be 6.32 and for nitrogen it will be 1.26. Now what you have to do? You have to divide all these three with the lowest value, that is 1.26. So when you divide 6.32 by 1.26, you will get 5 and 1.26 divided by 1.26, you will get 1. So you got the simplest ratio. Okay. Carbon 5, hydrogen 5 and nitrogen 1. Okay. So C5H5 and N1. Okay. Now what you have to do? The empirical formula is C5H5 and N. Okay. So you calculate the empirical formula weight. 5 into 12. For carbon 5 into 12. For hydrogen 1 into 5 and nitrogen is 14. So you will get 79. Empirical formula weight is 79. Now N is equal to, calculate N. N is equal to molecular weight divided by empirical formula weight. And how will you calculate molecular weight? You will calculate molecular weight is 2 into vapor density. Vapor density is 39.5. Divided by empirical formula weight, you will get 1. N is equal to 1. So the molecular formula is C5H5N because N is also 1. Okay. So this is a 4 mark question. Very important question. Question number 7. Name the gas evolved in each of the following cases. First one, alumina undergoes electrolytic reduction. So when alumina undergoes electrolytic reduction, oxygen gas is evolved. Okay. When ethene undergoes hydrogenation reaction, ethane gas is evolved. When ammonia reacts with heated copper, so when ammonia reacts with heated copper, nitrogen gas is evolved. This was there in part 1 also. Second question, study the flow chart given and give balanced equation to represent the reactions A, B and C. So reaction A is formation of ammonia from Mg3N2. Okay. So and B is ammonia forming ammonium chloride and C is ammonium chloride forming ammonia. So you have to write these three reactions. So first one, Mg3N2 reacts with water and it gives MgOH twice and ammonia gas is produced. Okay. So from Mg3N2, this is how you can produce ammonia gas. Balance the equation. Write the balanced equation. B, ammonium chloride from ammonia. So what is the reaction? Ammonia when reacts with hydrochloric acid, it forms ammonium chloride. Or you can also prepare ammonium chloride using chlorine gas. So when ammonia reacts with chlorine gas, you will get ammonium chloride and nitrogen. Write the balanced equation. And C is formation of ammonia from ammonium chloride. So ammonium chloride when reacts with sodium hydroxide, it gives sodium chloride, ammonia and water. Okay. Now C question, copy and complete the following table which refers to the industrial method for the preparation of ammonia and sulfuric acid. Now ammonia, name of the compound ammonia. What is the process? Name of the process. So industrial preparation, method of preparation, the method is Haber's process. Okay, name of the process is Haber's process. And what is the catalytic equation? The equation is N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. Okay. Second, sulfuric acid, name the process. The process is contact process and the equation is 2SO2 plus O2 gives 2SO3. Okay. So this is the end of second part of the video. For the first part of the video, you can click on the link given on the screen. It contains section 1 of chemistry 2019 paper. Thank you. And please like, share and subscribe my channel. Share it with your friends so that they are also benefited. Thank you and take care.